Hello, hello, hello. Today, I want to take you through this old knitting, stitching, textile craft magazine. It's from Women's Day, or Woman's Day. Knit and stitch. It's number 12. So this is an old crafting magazine that my mom had. She has many old magazines she's collected, typically because there's a pattern or a design, something she's interested in making, or something she's made in the past that she wants to keep for reference. But this is one that she let me take because there was an embroidery pattern in it that I was interested in. I tried using it, but it didn't quite work for me. I might give this back to her in the end, but for now, it's something for us to look at. I think it's really fun to look at vintage magazines, vintage books. I think they have a lot of use still, and also are just sort of fun time capsules to look at. So in this one, we have 20 idea-filled pages, exquisite gifts to make for brides, embroidery bonanza. This was what I was interested in. Pillows, mats, denim tote bag, tablecloths. Discover the joy of weave knitting and knits for kids, toys for tots. I think it also had some really cute sewing patterns for toys, if I recall. I could be getting it confused with another of my mom's various magazines, but all patterns included. So there'll be lots to look at, and we'll see what was in this Women's Day. I don't recall if this actually had a publication date in it. So this, I believe, is an ad, but the copyright of this ad is 1973, so that gives us an idea of the publication. So this is looks like needle tufted rug kind of textile of a bird, a dove presumably. Sort of seeing large pieces like this definitely makes me think of the 70s. So we also have here at the top the needle workbook, a gorgeous book of needle crafts unlike anything you've ever seen. It's another advertisement for a product, a $14.95 value for only $12.95. So I guess this is a book of different needle crafts. So we have a crochet craft here, embroidery here, more crochet, various needle-based crafts. And let's read a little bit here. Lovingly explained and stunningly reproduced, it's Wanda Pasador's The Needle Workbook, a gorgeously encyclopedic book of needle crafts, now available at a beautiful $12.95 plus shipping. $2 less than you'd pay at your bookstore. There's a fly buzzing around here. Here is needlecraft in close-up detail with a completely descriptive text. You'll discover scores of previously unavailable European designs for every kind of embroidery, crochet, and knitting. For petite point and gros point, French is hard. Drawn work, applique, trapunto, cording, cutting, patchwork, smocking, canvas embroidery, tapestry, Irish lacework, Afghan crochet, and so much more. So if you're interested in 1973, only costs you $12.95. Here's our table of contents. Oh, is there a publication date? This will tell us. I found it. So it's copyright 1974. So that's the era we're in here, mid-70s. So we have all our contributors here and all of the contents of this magazine. Well, here are some details about the cover. So on the cover, the multicolor stole, soft and sumptuous, crocheted of Busilla Melody. A beautiful wrap for day or night. Directions are on page 42. So if we wanted to make this, a stole, we could if we wanted to. New from Coates and Clark. Easy to read instructions, anybody can understand. So I guess we have some sewing patterns, I think. Oh, knitting. No, it's knitting. So I thought there was sewing here. I think it is in fact just needle-based or hand needle-based crafting. So only hand sewing, not machine sewing. Some more advertisements, it looks like. The catalog of American catalogs. How to buy practically everything by mail in America. That's really interesting. We have a cottage sewing box. That's very cute. That's really sweet. I have a friend making out of clay something kind of similar as a magnetic needle or pin holder. Very similar, I think, design, which is very cute. Maybe I'll show her this as inspiration for her design. But this is an old-fashioned straw country cottage. Makes wonderful sewing box. The thatched roof lifts to show lined interior that will hold your scissors, tape measures, spools of thread, pins, needles, etc. The chimney can be used as a pin cushion, and there is another pin cushion inside as well. It is decorated with colorful buttons, thread, felt windows, doors, etc. It measures 4 by 5 by 5 inches, comes boxed. Only $2.95 plus 75% cents postage and handling. Wow. There you go. Okay, so I think these are the general directions for how to use the patterns contained here. So I think this is where I went wrong. So the pattern I took out of here was on a fairly heavy paper. And so it wasn't ideal for easily removing from the magazine, and it wasn't ideal for tracing in a significant way. But I think where I went wrong was I should have been transferring this design onto something else that was then easier to put onto the fabric I was working with. But you live and you learn. Melina's new denim look yarns. So these are yarns made to resemble denim in dark, worn, and faded blends to go with your denims. So I think we could try and bring this back. I like this even reads as a 90s look to me. So everything's cyclical. So we could bring this back. Bring back ponchos. Oh, are these cigarettes? Oh, it is. We have a cigarette ad, which I believe advertising cigarettes is no longer legal in Canada, at least. So this is definitely a, for me at least, I've never seen it before in the wild. Only in vintage magazines do you get advertisements like this. So it's true. Again, latest U.S. government tests show true, regular, and menthol lower in both tar and nicotine than 98% of all other cigarettes sold. Again, shouldn't your next cigarette be true? I do not condone this. Don't smoke. It is terrible for you. The only irony I have in saying that is, I don't know if it's ironic. In my mind, it's ironic. My grandmother smoked for her entire life. Her entire life. Literally never had any issues with, to my knowledge, her breathing, her lungs, anything. She never got cancer. She died of Alzheimer's. But her son, my uncle, smoked his whole life, had throat and lung cancer, had, many troubles due to his smoking. So it's sort of funny how different people can react, or how it affects people so differently. But regardless, don't smoke. That's my PSA. Also, these do not look like cigarettes. I thought this was like a tampon ad at first. I didn't know what this was. Warning, the Surgeon General has determined that cigarette smoking is dangerous to your health. Okay, listen to the Surgeon General. How funny. It's sort of a novelty for me seeing cigarette ads. That's really funny. Some helpful hints. So this is continuation of the how-tos here. Oh, it gives some measurements. So I guess they have sizing for some of these items. I wonder how different these are than standard sizes today. Because I'll tell you right now, a size 12, that is not the hip measurement of a size 12 in most stores, in Canada at least. So things have very much changed. Okay, yeah. Interesting. Some abbreviations, very helpful. The one thing for me of learning new crafts like this that come with patterns is learning the abbreviations, learning the lingo. It's so difficult for me. Very, very good that they have these sort of general tips that apply to all of the patterns in this magazine. Another book here. Annette Feldman shows you how to do your own crochet designing in her new practical picture-filled book, Crochet and Creative Design. How fun. 150 satisfying and delicious recipes. Eat and get slim cookbook. Oh, goodness. Really strange. It's funny how things change and yet stay exactly the same. Some information about different embroidery stitches. Let's see, how many of these do I know? Back stitch, French knot, blanket stitch, lazy daisy, chain stitch, long and short stitch, cross stitch, outline or stem stitch. I think honestly the one that I've really done the least is the French knot here. I think the rest I've done, and honestly a cross stitch. I've rarely done much of that. Okay. So if you're looking for these materials and your local shop doesn't have them, there's a whole mail order process. How fun. Oh, a new McCall's cookbook. I don't think I knew McCall's made cookbooks. I thought they only made sewing patterns. Granny squares. A whole magazine dedicated to granny squares. Portable and versatile crochet that's fast, easy, and fun. Oh, a whole instruction on how to knit. Oh, that's very interesting. My mom used to knit a lot when I was younger, and I would always ask her how, or ask if I could do a few rows, but I only know the very basic. I don't know, is it purling or is it just knitting? I only know knitting. I don't know how to, well, maybe I do know how to purl. Is it just knitting backwards? Let's look at what purling is. Holding needle with stitches in your left hand and second needle in your right, with yarn at front, insert tip of right hand needle into first stitch from right to left, back to front. With right hand, pass yarn over and under tip of right hand needle. Draw yarn through stitch and slip stitch, just worked in off left hand needle. I'm going to be honest, I'm a visual learner, and I don't know what this was describing. I think what always trips me up with knitting in the times I've tried is I drop stitches so easily. I think I'd really have to concentrate too much to be able to do it effectively. And this is something that, to my mind, is a, not mindless, but a methodical, just going through the motion activity. A happy home recipe. Full color linen wall hanging makes charming decoration. Only $1.99. Oh, this is very silly. It says, mix 4 cups of love, 2 cups of loyalty, 3 cups of forgiveness. Oh, I see. It's a transcription of the text. It's cute. Oh, how to crochet. Now, see, this is what I need. This is the information I need. My friend who was making that clay magnetic pin holder, whatever you want to call it, taught me to crochet, and I did okay, but keeping tension is so difficult for me. I'm either making the stitches way too tight, or they're too loose, or they're super inconsistent. I think it is not a craft for me. But I have some very talented friends who are very good crocheters. And they're so fast, and I feel like they can make anything out of it. Oh, here we are. Save 50% on classic. What is this? Terry Morse stitchery kits. Very cute. Oh wow! So this is looks like crocheted crown. Let's look. Here comes the bride, loving every minute of her traditional wedding. I don't like the implication of that. The excitement of shopping for that special gown, the great fun of a surprise shower, the sentimental strains of the wedding march as she walks down the aisle, knowing that an old-fashioned wedding will become a wonderful memory. This is the beginning of trad wife isms. Not the beginning, but one of many reinforcements of it. Crochet a coronet for the bride. Wow. Oh, these are cute. Very simple, very nice. A shower of daisies. So you can make a garter, place cards, a napkin ring, all sorts of things. I think this is very of the time, and I think this point in the 70s, I think there was a DIY, or even before this, there was a lot of DIY going on. So I think this is sort of in line with that newer tradition. I know my mom got married in the mid-80s, and she made her wedding dress, so I think it's just sort of a thing, especially at a time where it was still reinforced of, you know, these are hobbies for women, these are things that women should know how to do. You know, you learn it in school, even in a home economics course, maybe. So it's sort of interesting how but it's also in a time of like a, you know, your post or during in this point in time, women's lib, sort of two halves of it. And there's always, you know, now we get to the nuances of feminism, of women having the choice to do these things that are maybe traditionally considered to be for women, but it's still a choice. There's a lot to be talked about with that, but we'll continue looking at the time capsule. So we have embroidered elegance for the table. Wild roses, lavishly accented by silver and gold, are strewn on this magnificent tablecloth. The unique silhouette design, worked in simple satin stitch, covers the table with extravagant blossoms. I'll tell you right now, doing that much of a satin stitch, time consuming. And to keep those stitches even and in line, difficult. So like, honestly, this looks machine done to me, but it could be hand done. That's a lot of effort. That's a lot of effort. Oh, this is very cute. Flowers in full bloom. Okay, so I think this is that pattern that I took from this magazine of these like lily of the valley. Yes, this is all coming back to me now. But they're very pretty. So this is more satin stitch for like the petals and the leaves. They're very pretty. I like this design a lot. Some more crochet pieces. Oh, that's very nice. That's very cute. These pillows are lovely. Again, that would be a lot of work. Look how thick the stitching is. Enjoy the white-on-white delicacy of two charming pillows. Alone, each is a work of classic beauty. Together, their unique blend of pattern and texture. And it's very true. This is very 70s, but honestly, it's giving luxury. It's giving Mary Tyler Moore. Love to be lounged in a crochet robe. I think that's lovely. Here we have some more advertisements, sort of a different texture paper here. Very nice. Take any book or any kit for only $1. Huh. Some of these model photographs. I like this large, like, design. It's not like a delicate lace pattern, it's like chunky. Oh, here's all of our pattern descriptions. Oh, this is a cute look too. Suiting up for spring. The jacket and easy-fitting skimmer, a perfect pair for all the days of spring and summer. This feels very nostalgic. This like kind of rug, like thick crochet rug. I feel like I had something like this as a kid, or it was in our house or my grandparents' house. These are very nice too. That's real nice. Color works wonders. We had a horizontal image here. Oh, that's the tablecloth again. Springtime fills the room. Crocheted stars cover the bed. Oh, I see. That's pretty. Living the soft life. This sort of, is it a poncho? Shawl, it says. A lavishly striped and fringed shawl that is designed for gala occasions, knit in Columbia Minerva's Amy, a yarn with a luxurious brushed finish. I love the idea of a knit piece being fit for a formal gala. It's really interesting. Oh, knit a denim jacket to match your jeans. This is that denim-like that we were talking about earlier. It really does kind of look like denim. I believe it. What a cute outfit. Oh, make some hats. Don't give a thought to wind or rain when you have this smart and very packable hat along. Tour the town knowing you'll look great all day. your favorite traveling companion, an enormous tote with room enough for all the trinkets and souvenirs that you can't resist. They know me well. It's zippered at the top and pocketed on the outside for extra convenience. I have a very similar bag that I use for work, but not this big. This is massive. Looks like a garment bag. 2 for traveling, so a little travel duo. That's quite nice. Oh wow, tennis skirt or tennis dress, really. I have a friend who does pickleball. I wonder if this would be of interest to her. Let's read a bit about it here. Hopefully you can see. Great tennis partner. A sun-loving sport dress designed to give maximum freedom of movement that establishes your fashion know-how on the courts. It's knitted in a V for victory pattern, a neat bit of psychology meant to distract your partner. To wear belted or not in Busilla Paradise. This is size small and medium. Interesting. Oh, I see. So like the V shapes here. Huh. That's really fun. More summer fits. Those are cute. Or the kids' fashions here. Pixie Perfect Knits. Oh, here we are. We're getting into the pattern pieces. Lots of color. Scary. Interesting. Oh, some scary dolls. Playtime pals. Oh, no, he's scary. Mophead Sam, the dandiest clown of all. I don't like him. We're gonna turn the page. That's too frightening. Invent new textures with weave knitting. Very interesting. Oh, I guess you're combining knitting and weaving in some way. That's really interesting. So here's some of the patterns, and you'll see this is where I attempted to remove the one I was interested in using. They did not come out very easily, but you'll see they're very thick paper. Sort of a heavy construction paper. Oh, this is the scary clown boy. We're just gonna skip through some of these. Give it a glance though. Oh, there's more. I think this is all patterns at the end here. Oh, here's for the tote. So it says for these to enlarge them. I wonder how people in the 70s were enlarging these though. Like what methodology are they using? So all the pattern instructions are, or maybe not all, but many, are just tucked away in these 3-column spreads at the back. Oh, here we are. Keep in touch with your plants with Women's Day Book of Houseplants. I am not very good at keeping plants alive. There's a finite number of plants I can own at one time and maintain. And anytime I try and venture out and I think, oh, this plant looks really nice, maybe I'll try it, inevitably I buy one that is not suited to the lighting options I have, is too fussy. It needs certain humidity, maybe certain soil, maybe a different watering schedule than I can provide. So I make do with what I have, essentially. I've maintained a few plants, but I've killed many more than I've kept alive. But maybe this beautiful and unique guide to indoor gardening will tell me how to care for my plants so they reward you with vibrant health. Fertilizing, repotting, insect control. I think I do have a problem with those little gnats that like the soil of my plants too much. I have an open bag of potting soil that I keep tucked away with my indoor potting materials, and I think they got into that, and it's been a bit of a problem, but I'm doing my best. So here's some more sort of sale advertisements here. Armchair shopper's guide. Oh, goodness. Wide shoes. That's really interesting. Coda-color, jumbo prints developing. Fascinating hobby. Learn to dress, restore, authenticate old and new dolls. It reminds me of those videos I would see of people taking Barbies or Bratz dolls and completely redesigning them. You too can sew successfully. Lots of interesting advertisements. Oh, very interesting. Some older feminine hygiene products. Huh. Female dry. Jesus. New, nothing else like it. An easy sanitary way to help stop the embarrassment of wet garments and bedding. Wow. Constant protection and confidence. High quality narrow elastic belt, wet-proof pad holder, soft absorbent reusable cotton. Wow. Very interesting. Comes in plain envelope, so you know that your packaging will not reveal what you've ordered. That's very interesting. But actually, I think what's most interesting is it sounds like these were reusable, washable. And then at some point we moved into more of a disposable market. And now we're kind of back to reusable. Interesting. What else do we have here? Take advantage and learn a skill. Amazing new way to make money in spare hours. Oh, this is Wonder Knot rug gun. So this is like an early rug tufting gun. Hooking rugs so simplified, progress so fast, you'll be amazed. Actually, okay, I had a rug hooking kit once, and it had this sort of hook that you would use to loop the thread through each square of this plastic mat, and I found it so tedious. But I have friends who've done rug tufting. I think it's with a needle more than with a hook, I think. This is interesting, like an early version of a tufting gun. Shape of gun fits comfortably in hand even after hours of hooking. Even after hours of hooking is an interesting turn of phrase. That's really funny. Favorite photo on a keychain. Oh, this is fun. Make up to $30 in a day or evening. Doing taxes, it sounds like. Work at home preparing tax forms. No experience needed. They show you how. Help get customers. Each form you do pays $10/$15. Earn up to $700 a month for 3.5 months each year. So, this is from the Federal Tax Trade Department. So this is an American magazine. So this is for doing taxes in the U.S., I would presume. I assume you can't necessarily. Well, no, you probably could as a Canadian be a tax preparer. My dad actually did tax prep for, I think, a year, and then managed a team of people doing tax prep, and they also work remotely, so it's kind of funny how long that's been going on for. Learn interior decorating, simplified fashionable crocheting, make money 10 ways with flowers. Well, coat of arms. Okay. Well, spend 2 hours at home each day and make $260 extra cash a month. They're really trying to get women these work from home jobs in the 70s. Dolls, a thrilling career awaits you. Flower kits. Craft catalog. Wow. Really interesting. Oh, a back brace. That's really funny. How to buy a better sewing machine at a better price. Love the shoe illustrations. Oh, it's the wide width shoes again. That's so funny. And here we are at the back, whoops, of the magazine. Oh, hold on. I need to look at this. Bartender on duty. Personalized bartender. A gift that's truly personal. This wood grain plaque, 10 by 15 inches, with personal caricature, is sure to please the man of the house. His name will be hand-lettered on the plaque. Send in any photo and state color of eyes and hair. Interesting. Huh. That's quite funny. Norwegian knitting. And then here we have some, these are described as jackets, but these give robe to me. Very fun. Oh, and one more set of advertisements on the back here. Oh, doing little repairs. Invisible reweaving. That's a good skill to have. Every time I get holes in my socks, I have to get my mom to darn them. And she basically, I think, does something like that. Well, there we have it. We've now seen everything there is to see in the Woman's Day Knit and Stitch from 1974. So I hope you enjoyed and learned a bit about different needle-based crafts, a bit about the 70s. Hope you didn't mind my rambling about feminism, but it is an interesting look back because it's also a reflection of where we are now. So I hope you have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you later.